So in Java, whenever we are working with the custom objects and we need to ensure that the object is same or not, and the object is referring to the same address or not, the object can override the two methods called as equals and hash code. So this is a sample example product class where we have certain attributes, a constructor, a toString method, and we need to override equals method so that we can ensure that whether we are going to have a duplicate object for that or not. We are going to check with the equality of the object. So if we override the equals method, this is a method of object class. And if we override an equals method, we need to customize the logic to check whether the equality of the object. How do we check it? And similarly, whenever we override an equals method, we need to also override hash code method. By ensuring that both the methods overriding, we can say that our object equality we can check easily. How do we do that? So far we are working with only constructors, attributes, toString method, and you have not overridden this equals and hash code method. Today we are going to see how do this equals and hash code method will help us. So whenever we are overriding equals method always the return type is boolean. And we need to take the object needs to be compared with the reference. So you need to pass the reference of your same object. And here first thing you have to check is whether the current object is equal to your this passing the object. The object we wanted to compare, the object of the current class we wanted to compare. If both are same, we can say that object is same. Object equality is done. Second thing is, if your object is null or your object dot get class and your this current class dot get class are not equal, then your equality is false. Right? By checking the class name, by checking the both the addresses are same or not, we are going to ensure that whether the objects are same or not. And one more thing is, if an object is containing the data, we need to check each and every attribute value as well. At any point in time, any attribute of object may change. Again, we need to ensure that whether the object is same or not. So, we need to construct the logic by checking its attributes as well. So, the next condition is, we are going to check with each and every attribute. So for example, we have id and name, we need to check with. So how do we check it? So this dot id is equal to p dot id, the id which is coming from here, and this dot name is equal to p dot name. You are comparing each and every attribute of that particular object, then only you are going to decide that the object is same. So that is how you are taking a boolean flag and you are making that as a true. Right? So first we are checking whether both are same or not. Then you are checking the class name, whether it is null. So when both the class names are not equal, you are saying that both the objects are not same. So you are returning false. Likewise, you are setting your flag called result as a true, false, true, likewise. Finally, you are going to say that whether it is true or false. If all the given conditions are matching, then you are going to say that both the objects are same. And finally, hash code method purpose is, in contrast with your equals method, you have to override to ensure that both the objects are same. So most of the time, whenever you create an object, definitely it is going to allocate an address in the memory. So that is getting returned by your hash code method. So to ensure that your objects are same, you have to consistently return one common integer. It can be like fixed integer value, you can take like return 1, return 10, any number you can give. So that whenever you compare with the hash code as well, it is going to give the same value for both the objects. That is the purpose of hash code. So now we have overridden both the methods for our class. Now how do we test that both the objects are same or not? So simple example, product test, where we are passing two different objects with the same data. Now you wanted to compare with equals. Always you can check with an equals. See here p1 dot equals of p2. So now as we are sending, both the content is also same, right? Content is same. So now it should say that whether the object is same or not. It is saying true. And both the times whenever you override, as you are overriding the hash code, you are going to return the same number. So whenever data is same, your hash code also will give the same number. So that is how you can decide that both the objects are same. Let us say I pass the different content. So in your equals method, definitely the third condition get failed, right? So this is going to fail. So that is the reason in your product test, when you're comparing both the objects, it will say that false, right? That is how to ensure your equality of the objects. We can override equals and as well as hash code method. Make sure that how are we implementing, and you need to follow the signature for equals method. Always it's a return type is boolean and you need to pass an object, and hash code return type is always integer. Whenever you override equals and hash code method, you just need to remember few of the features. There is some rules for equals and hash code, like, okay, when object 1 dot equals of object 2 is true, then object 1 dot hash code is equal to object 2 dot hash code also should be true. That is the contrast we need to maintain between your equals and hash code. That is the reason whenever we override equals, we are also overriding hash code and we are returning some number, so that every time it is going to return the same number. Second is, if any object, if you take x dot equals of x should be true. Means if you compare the same object with the same object, then it should return true. And let's say if there are two objects, if x dot equals of y is same, then y dot equals of x should also be same. And similarly, if you have multiple objects, x dot equals of y, y dot equals of z is true, then obviously x dot equals of z also should be true. Okay, the transitive dependency, all these features should be applicable with your equals and hash code method. Okay, this is what you need to follow with whenever you're working with the custom objects into your application, especially when you are dealing with the collections with the custom objects. You can make use of equals and hash code by overriding them appropriately. By constructing the logic, how do we check the equality of the object? By checking its address, by checking the class name, and also by comparing with each and every attribute value, we can ensure that the objects are same, right? This is the purpose of equals and hash code method. This is how we will override equals and hash code for a given custom object. That's all about this.